Hey amigos, hope you're having a really good day wherever you are in the world. I'm having a pretty good day. I feel pretty good today. The sun's out, even though it's winter. I'm about to go to the gym, so I have to keep this one short. I'm going to the gym soon. I started back at the gym, feeling pretty good. So I just want to share one of the biggest things that really impacted my life, like after my injury, impacted my conscious, my subconscious, and just really the way I live my life. Like it's had a huge, yeah, it's really affected the way I live my life in a positive and negative way. And that's, I broke my neck surfing at the age of 20. I was paralyzed, and I found out very quickly that people that are paralyzed have a shortened lifespan. They don't live as long, statistically, don't live as long as an able-bodied person. And we'll get into that in a bit more. So, when I was 20, I found that out from the doctor. It was one of the first questions I had. Is my lifespan shortened? Am I going to live very long? And he said no. He said your lifespan shortened by about 10 years. So that was 28 years ago. I'm not sure what it is now, but I'm sure, yeah, it'll still be shortened. And that really bothered me. Apart from just being paralyzed and having a lot of mental health problems and dealing with life, like having a shortened lifespan, I was just like, what's the point? Like, what is the point of having goals? What is the point of living my life? Like, that 10 years, I'm glad it wasn't longer because that 10 years he said that I wouldn't have, like, it really messed up my psyche. Like, it really messed with my subconscious and really, yeah, it's just, I don't know, it really bothered me. Anyway, I kind of got over it a bit, but it still affected the way I live my life. So I just want to share that with you now. So the way it affected my life is that I put a lot of pressure on myself to experience life while I can. And I think it has to do with like having my accident too, going from someone very athletic and healthy to having everything just taken away in a second. Like I know that your life can change in a second. So that plus having a shortened lifespan just makes me go, I'm not a material person, like a very material, not very material. I do like nice things, but I like experiences. And I have a saying, experiences over everything. Experiences over everything. And, over a really nice fancy car, I would rather, I mean, even though that's an experience for some people, an experience for me is like going overseas, traveling, going to different countries, like that kind of stuff. So that's what I mean by experiences. So it's really hard living with that uncertainty. And there is a lot of uncertainty when you're living with a spinal cord injury. So the reason why you have a shortened lifespan is obviously we're sitting down, but we don't walk. We're not using our body. We're not exercising as much as we can. Yes, we can go to the gym and exercise, but it's not like walking. So you're sitting. And as they say, sitting is the new smoking. So let's just say you're an able-bodied person watching right now. Um, you don't smoke. Let's just say you don't smoke, but you work in an office job and you sit down all day. Sitting is the new smoking. So if you're not exercising, you're at a huge risk for obviously, cardiovascular disease, heart disease, all that kind of stuff. So instantly we're bang into that. So yeah. And then you got bladder infections. So bladder, because we catheterize ourselves, or we have a catheter, or most people do, yeah, we're at high risk for urinary tract infections. And for 26 years, I had a urinary tract infection every 6 weeks, and I was on antibiotics. So antibiotics, number one, just yeah, ruin your gut, ruin your health, your lifespan. But you can die very quickly. There's a lot of people that are paralyzed or able-bodied that have died from a urinary tract infection. A lot of famous people too, if you look them up. So it's the number one cause of people going to emergency in the world, I think, is urinary tract infections, and we get a lot of them just due to catheterization. So that affects the quality of life. Then you've got pressure sores. We're at high risk of pressure sores, and just everything can affect your quality of life. So I think it was the knowing that my life changed. Knowing that life can change in a second. You can have everything taken away in a second. Living with the thought that I've got a shortened lifespan, plus dealing with urinary tract infections, everything like that. It really just made me go, screw it all. Like, experiences over everything. Like, yeah, and it's hard. Like, I should be, like, the honest truth is, I should be further ahead in my life. as a 48-year-old, but I know why I'm not. Like, and I know everyone's different. There'll be people watching, sitting here watching right now, and they're paralyzed or in a wheelchair, and they're like, totally have, lived a totally different life. It hasn't affected them so much, and that's cool. But for me, yeah, it just really affected me. So it's always just that pressure that every day it's just like, I've got to do something. I've got to do something fun. I've got to make the most of today. I've got to just make the most of everything. Like, that's how I am. Like, no joke. Like, I've got all these places I want to travel in the world. I've traveled a lot already. And it's just like, it just can't happen quick enough. It's like, hurry up. I just have this urgency. I've always had this urgency that, quick, do it. Let's do it. Let's do this. Let's experience this. Let's do this. Like, yeah, it's crazy how it affects your life. Well, for me anyway. So yeah, it's crazy how it affects your life. And obviously, being paralyzed, the quality. You already went from walking, able-bodied, into a wheelchair, and very quickly through health problems, the quality of your life can go downhill really quick too. So it's always that fear of, I'm healthy right now, or I'm pretty healthy, I'm doing pretty good. Like, yeah, just get stuff done, experiences, make the most out of life, like, while I can. Yeah, I hope that makes sense to people. It may not, but that's just my experience anyway. So that's it, folks. Like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day. Adios.